Norse and Norse mythology, they are not adept. But Sarah, she will research, and Paul, he must accept. Yggdrasil is a glorious word, crush a whole mountain. Well, Thor's hammer could. These fables are bizarre, but good. It's
misunderstood. And do the scales back down. One more. Hello and welcome back to Myth Understood, a now Norse mythology podcast where I, Sarah Oliver, tell my BFF, Paul Bianchi, about a new Norse myth that I've researched.
Hey.
You have become me.
I really have.
Yeah.
The longer it's funny, if you see us record this podcast, we have physically changed positions.
We actually have. And there's a reason to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the chair that I'm now sitting in, the little love seat you were in before, has a better vantage point for when there's multiple people, like when we have a guest again.
I know, I'm even dressed like you right now.
Yeah, that's weird, because that you don't fill out that bra, babe.
Oh, yeah, but I make these sweatpants that say juicy on the butt look good.
Yeah, those are just yours.
Oh, shoot, I forgot.
You have the juicy in the front.
I do.
It's disgusting.
That is really disgusting.
Juicy balls. So guys, we have a Patreon going. We just started it and we already have 19 as of the day that we recorded this. Probably 175 contributors by the time this airs. I'm going to take an actual guess. 175,000 by the time.
175,000
people.
1,000 people
contributing upwards of $2,000 each.
Ooh. I'm going to guess we have 5,000 by the time that we're doing this episode.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that will drop. It'll just be 5
people.
Oh,
5 people.
Yeah.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
And there are
5.5 people.
5.5 people. Just one pregnant woman.
Is it? Okay. That's getting into politics there.
Oh, shit. One woman giving birth.
Okay.
And the baby's only breech.
Oh, so the baby's halfway out.
The head's out. Yes. Okay.
That's what you mean. Okay.
So yeah, if you guys like us and don't want us to die starving and broke
in the middle of Scotland,
in the middle of a highway.
Okay.
In Scotland, eaten by coos.
Eaten by coos, little Highland coos.
Coos. If you don't know what a coo is, Google it. They're little hairy cows. Contribute to our Patreon, and we'll love you forever. We'll love you forever anyway. Guys, also, if you can rate and review us on Apple iTunes, that helps people find us. It helps us pop up in the search, and it makes us smile on the inside when we hear, and on the outside.
For me, it's just on the inside. Yeah. Like I feel my organs contort.
Just writhe upwards. If you leave us a review and tell us that you love us, if you don't like us, why are you listening? Go away. Mm-hmm. You can listen to. You can just like hate masturbate to us. That's fine. So last week
you're starting this episode real crass.
I know. Last week, what shit did we get into? Last episode, sorry.
Oh man, last week
last episode.
Well, last episode. You got me on the week thing. Mm-hmm. Last week, we did nothing. Yeah. Last episode, you taught me all about a person who was willing to pull out his eye for a little cup of water.
What would you pull your eye out for?
What would I pull my eye out for?
Would you do? I feel like you would do it for all the knowledge in the cosmos. All the knowledge.
All the knowledge in the cosmos?
Yeah. I mean, you already got half of it in your head.
I
Why
feel
not
like
get the other half?
I feel like I wouldn't ever trust that it was guaranteed.
But you know it's guaranteed.
I know it's guaranteed in this?
He knew. That's where it is.
I don't know. That seems so intangible for me to even think about. I think it'd be more of a, like, you're held at gunpoint and someone's like, Paul, you have to pull out your eye or I won't shoot her. And
I'm held at gunpoint.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. But did you hear the burn the way I phrased it?
No.
I said, I'll pull out your eye or I won't shoot her.
So you rip out your eye, so I'll die.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Just wait, you'll have a chance.
Uh-huh.
I think I would do it for all the knowledge.
Yeah.
Plus, it's kind of quirky, cute. Like, I'm having a hard time finding an agent right now, and I think, not just being like a 2-eyed white blonde girl would maybe help me out. Like being a person like, hey, I gouged my eye out, and
For all the knowledge of the universe.
For all the knowledge of the universe.
I mean,
like,
that's
it's my
at least,
quirky thing.
It's at least a book
It's my
deal.
type. Yes.
It's an appearance on Ellen.
It's
And then she'll scare you with a clown
She
coming out of
will.
a box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ripping out my other eye.
Ripping out your other eye, yeah.
Oh, Ellen,
Yeah,
classic.
she's really into that
Yeah.
twisted humor.
So speaking of twisted fucks like Ellen, who do you think we're getting into today?
Oh, if it's twisted fucks, we must be talking about Hell.
Or
Or
Hell's
Thor.
Daddy.
Or Loki.
Loki Doki.
Loki Doki.
Which is a tier on our Patreon. Patreon.com. Is it .com? .gov.
.org. .edu.
Yeah, Loki Doki, I think. Does that get you many myths?
Many myths?
Many myths.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Well, yeah, we do little 5-minute mini myths for some people. So companion and ultimate downfall of the guilds. Loki was always around to keep things fresh. He lived with the gods in Asgard most of the time, but he wasn't worshipped himself by mortals. He's just kind of like a component, like a story device.
That's very different from today, because today he is worshipped by mortals.
Yeah, in the Tom Hiddleston, is that his name?
Yeah, gosh. There are people who just go buck wild over him.
So people think like he's hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's so like greasy looking in the movies.
Yeah, but it's like a whole type. It's like, I feel like the crossover, and I feel like I'm going to get some hate for this, but I'm going to be like people who like in Harry Potter, like Draco Malfoy or Snape.
Wait,
Loki.
what? There's Snape people?
Yes, there's Snape people.
I mean, I love Alan Rickman, but
I don't think it's more. It's less of a like, he's hot. It's more of like, oh, he's misunderstood, and I want to love him.
Well, the Loki that I've seen in pictures, they draw him like an ugly little Rumpelstiltskin.
See, people will be into that. He's troubled already.
He lived with the gods. And he created chaos, but paradoxically saved the hinds of the gods many a time over and over again.
Wait, he created chaos?
Well, he would like stir stuff up.
Oh, so he wasn't like he didn't originate chaos.
No, he's like he's a mischievous little.
Because I was
shit.
going to say the origin story of Norse mythology is pretty chaotic.
Yeah, I know. No, he's basically the god of being a dick. But he also would get them out of giant pickles all of the time. So
Actual pickles?
Yes, giants. I told you there's a land of giants, and they grow pickle fields.
They grow pickles.
Yeah, no.
That's magic in itself.
Yeah, I have to be careful what I joke about because this place is this fucking wacky. No, he's a prankster for fun, and it's like sometimes, especially towards the ends of his myths, he was downright evil, just like malicious and dark and vile.
Quickly, who would win in a fight of trickster gods, Loki or Hermes?
Oh, Loki.
Loki. Without a doubt.
Loki's dirty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't look like a beautiful youth like Hermes.
But also Loki, he has a lot in common with Odin. Like he's a shapeshifter.
Okay.
Yeah. So he will fuck up your life and then go turn into somebody else.
Or a snake.
Turn into a snake. Turn into. He liked to turn into flies.
Mm.
That's why they have I think that's why they have expression like a fly on the wall. Because he would stir stuff up and then turn into a fly and hang out.
And then
watch it.
And then turn into a Sonic drive-in for lunch.
Exactly.
I mean, God of Chaos.
God of Chaos. God of the. Do they have the things that you turn upside down and it's frozen? That's Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, he's the god of Dairy Queen.
A concrete.
Yeah. Oh, fucking good.
If anyone's listening in St. Louis,
Ted Drews.
Yeah, I was. There was a famous St. Louis frozen custard shop called Ted Drew's, and Sarah had the opportunity to go there.
It's the love of my life.
She loved it.
I'll never meet a person that I'm attracted to the way I'm attracted to concrete ice cream. All right. Unlike the Thor comics, Loki had absolutely no relationship to Thor, like even stepbrothers. They were friends.
Oh, they're friends.
They're travel pals, but no like familial relationship at all.
Okay.
Actually, the thing that bonded him and solidified his place to the gods was he had an Aesir blood brother by the name of Odin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They were blood brothers, and back then, in the time that Norse took blood brothers, like that was like the ultimate thing. That was like signing a contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we did that.
Yeah, we do that every day. We need to say hi in a different way. We see each other too often.
With a wink and a stab.
Yeah. With a spear.
Mm-hmm.
So if Loki was fucking shit up and pissing off all the gods, he'd be like, well, what can you do? Like, I got my seat at the table. Like, quite literally, he has a seat for every meal next to Odin because they are blood brothers. And so that was the deal they struck.
Excuse me. The blood brother coming through.
Hey.
Blood brother is here.
I'm his wife, Frigga.
Oh, out of my way, ho.
Whoa.
I'm going to sit right here in between you two, and I'm going to dish myself up some split pea soup.
You
Thank
don't
you.
have to do that, brother. I'll feed it to you.
Oh, right into my little bird mouth.
He is a bird right now. Ew. So he got a pass on a lot of shit because of that blood oath that Odin and him made, being solid homies. Even though I don't know where it comes in, but it was always prophesized about Ragnarok. Like the gods knew the end of times coming. They knew Loki had a lot to do with it. So,
do you think Odin became a blood brother with him because he was like, well, maybe if we're friends, he'll spare me in the Ragnarok?
I think it could have. It either they figured out their fates after the fact, or it was one of the things of like, let's fight destiny. Let's because that's definitely part of the story I'm about to tell is the gods being like, yeah, well, let's try to fight destiny, and thus entwining with it even more. So if you had to make a comparison to Christianity, like how Odin sort of had the Jesus thing, Loki would be the devil.
Okay.
And quite literally, sometimes like the devil in people's ears telling him like, hey, you should go fucking throw that shopping cart into that moving truck, like causing people to go do bananas things that they wouldn't do otherwise.
It makes me wonder if there's like some sort of etymology root between Lucifer and Loki.
Well, maybe, but Loki came first for sure. But I guess it is just a common thing of like, and then there's going to be this motherfucker who's going to make things seem really cool. He's going to be this, charismatic salesman, but don't buy it. He's going to steal your credit card information. To me, that's what the devil does. He empties my checking account. And he does it a lot.
You're the devil then?
Me?
Because you empty your own checking account.
Oh yeah, I guess I am. Like his blood brother Odin, Loki loved to shapeshift all the fucking time. So I'm sure they were just flying around, being crazy, being different animals, having a great time. Being like, I know that like you're gonna cause the end of the world, but I just
bird buds flying together.
I enjoy this time with you.
I also enjoy this time with you. Bird buds
flying together, laying eggs.
Suddenly snakes.
So Loki was created when his father did what?
Had sex with a giant.
You're so cute. His father was a giant.
Oh.
And obviously, like every family, Loki was created when his father struck flint against a stone and the undergrowth that was there caught a flame.
Oh, man.
And
trying to make a fire and I made a baby.
The island was Laffy. The other texts say she might just be like an unknown goddess or something, but this says like she was an island, and also was born out of fire, which explains a lot about Loki's personality. That he's known for his insatiable appetite. He can eat faster than anyone, which he and I also have that in common. But also just like, fire is destructive, and fire's a wacky thing.
Mm-hmm. Fire's a wacky thing.
Fire's a wacky thing.
Put on a shirt, quote Sarah.
So he was, that's what he was born out of. So says this text, and I say this is canon because it's insane that his father was just trying to like get warm and he got an island pregnant.
Uh-huh. I mean, I'm trying not to say it, but I feel like I gotta say it. They say no man is an island, but
a woman is.
But a woman is.
A fertile one at that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, the giant and Laffy got married and celebrated many anniversaries together, and sure it was a long-term relationship.
Are you supposing this, or are you goading me into believing that that's what happened?
No, I'm supposing it.
Okay, so it's not okay, because I was wondering if you're just going to pull the rug out from underneath that and say like, oh, just kidding. Then his father stomped out the island as soon as it gave him a baby boy.
I don't even know if anyone raised him. They're just like, what the fuck did I just do? or if he came out a baby, he might have just came out a little weird Rumpelstiltskin looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, out of that was a sort of god type thing. But that wasn't really a god. He just had weird transformation powers and a mean brain.
Loki. So half island, half giant. All fun.
Yeah, all a good time. And Loki himself was said to, put his peen in a lot of things.
Okay.
Yeah, he was pretty sexually open and pretty gender fluid. Loki had 3 wives that he had children with, and he had children with a lot of other things.
So 3 wives. So it's like 3 wedding ceremonies.
Oh yeah, I think probably big blowouts, and they all kind of existed at the same time. Like he had a goddess wife, and she was very sweet to him, sweeter than he deserved, and then I know that another one was a giantess, and then there was another wife that
just like women in different worlds.
Yeah, well, Loki would just like peace out for a while because he would just be like bored and just go peace out and just mix it up. Mm-hmm. So he would he at one point went to Loki had 3 wives, and he'd occasionally change sex and get pregnant himself.
Oh,
okay. So usually as an animal, but not always. Loki did, however, give birth to Odin's 8-legged horse, Sleipnir.
Wow.
Yeah. So we talked about the 8-legged horse he has.
Mm-hmm.
That's Loki's child. And he's like, go hang out with my blood brother.
Did he like have sex with a horse and then a centipede?
He got pregnant by a stallion. Yeah.
Oh, a stallion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why it has 8 legs because it has part island. It's gonna get weird. But his creepiest pregnancy is definitely when he ate a half-burnt heart of a woman and birthed lady monsters.
Come again? Lady monsters.
Yeah, all female monsters.
Who are these female monsters?
That's what it said.
Okay.
He ate the half-burnt. I don't know why it was only half-burnt, the heart.
All right. So yeah, I mean,
he liked it seared.
He met a woman and he was like, "Hey, we're gonna have sex," and she was like, "Okay." And then he said, "This is how we're gonna do it, though." And he just like
kebab that,
her heart out of her chest, and then gave it to a chef over at Habit Burger, and they said, "How would you like your heart cooked?" And he said, "Rare."
Yep.
Pan-seared it, both sides, ate it,
and as he was sipping his Diet Pepsi,
a
bunch of lady monsters came out of him.
Just fell out of him.
I guess out of his dick at this point because he's still a regular Loki. I think.
You think?
Yeah. I'll tell you when he's not. There's a poem where he's in a big argument with the gods, and in one tale, Loki was accused of being a woman that milked cows and gave birth for 8 years. Like that he just fucked off to Midgard, turned into a lady milkmaid, and was just like, I'll start a family for a while.
for 8 years.
Yeah, which is like, if you're going to just go live life as a human, it's such a boring job.
It's also 8 years is not like that's the worst time to peace out too.
Yeah. Yeah, the kids are really obnoxious.
Yeah, and they're really young, and they'll remember that hurt for the rest of their
true.
lives.
That's true.
What a trickster!
I know. But because this was supposed to be a great insult to Loki, though, because at this time in history, even passively accusing someone of being a homosexual was a punishable offense in like Icelandic law and stuff. Even being like, "Hey, you are staring at me," kind of funny, like people would be like, "What are you fucking calling me gay, bruh?"
So that was a big thing.
That was a big no. So at this time, fucking with Loki's,
I feel like Vikings had to have gay
of
relationships.
course they
all the time.
did.
Yeah,
Of course they did, but it was like, like everything, taboo, shush, and like, don't question my masculinity, bro. It's like, the politicians that are like, outlaw it, and then they go and get railed in a fucking gas station because they're ashamed of who they really are.
the politician.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Who?
I was just saying, like, it was an uncertain they in that sentence.
All of them.
All of them. Okay.
But yeah. So it was like calling him gender fluid and saying he switched to being a woman and having sex with men and bestiality and stuff was meant to really be like, and get it, kids, like Loki's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Get it, like, ugh. So.
Yeah, I don't know if that holds up anymore.
It doesn't hold up anymore. Now it just makes him so like hipster cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
just
being,
like, I'm going to fuck off and like go live on a farm for 8 years.
Yeah, he's just bringing new meaning to the Bifrost.
Yeah. So he also sired many children in his plain old god garb skin suit. The most notably would be his monstrous children with the giantess, Angdeboda, who...
the giantess' name was Angdeboda?
Angdeboda.
She related to Abe Bagoda?
Yes. All of these 3 monstrous children had a role to play in Ragnarok, the end of times.
Oh.
And I think he like intentionally went out to make them. So Odin was like, fuck these kids. Okay, you know what? Bring these nasty giant things here to Asgard. I need to check this shit out. And he brought them to determine basically their fates, which he knew he couldn't really change, but he wanted to judge them anyway because Odin's a control freak. So you remember the giant serpent? I wrote down how to say this. Jormungandr.
Uh-huh.
Okay? The giant serpent that is around the world. We talked about that in the first episode of North. That's one of his children. And so at first it was just a snake, and it was a big snake, but Odin was like, me with a snake, like, absolutely fucking not. And he just drop kicked that bitch into the ocean. It was like, get the shit out of here. The snake didn't stand a chance.
So it could have been a good snake, but he kicked it. And so.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't there a lesson? And so the snake grew and grew and grew until eventually it was wrapped around the entire world and biting its own tail. So it's also pretty dumb. Like, you're huge, just like slide around, be cool. But.
Oh, you know what that's called when a snake bites its own tail?
What?
Ouroboros.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Ouroboros?
Ouroboros.
What is that from?
It is Latin, I believe, and it is just because it's a symbol in alchemy of the snake that eats its own tail.
Interesting.
Because it's like a symbol for infinity, but it's also a symbol for like insanity, because it's like, why would you eat a part of yourself?
I think it's interesting too that the Vikings had the concept of the Earth axis and the equator too.
Yeah.
Because like to have a thing around the world.
Yeah.
How do you fucking know?
I mean, but they also think it was a tree.
Well, I mean, they did think it was the world itself, like Midgard was still a sphere.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they thought it was 3-dimensional. If they thought I think they're flat earthers, but maybe not.
They might have thought it was a coin.
Yeah. but they thought it was spherical for sure. Which is big for people that just sail and everything looks flat and endless. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. And then he had his creepy, like 2005 status hot topic emo daughter Hel.
Okay.
Hel. And she was, half of a rotting corpse, and half a regular person, but it was like black, just putrid flesh.
She was a living dead girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she wasn't like a bad person. And here's why. Odin was like, okay, this is, you seem nice.
I am nice.
You have a smell?
I'm rotting.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
I can put on some Febreze though.
right. Well, I want to throw up when I look at you. Can you turn to the right?
I mean, you're missing an eye too.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's not I don't have some rotting flesh where my eye was. Okay. I got this
All
really
right.
cool eye patch,
All right.
and people fucking like it, and people like me.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Great.
I think one day little girls will want to grow up and be just like me.
Half rotting.
Half rotting. Yeah.
Keep dreaming, honey.
Oh,
Odin also is the god of sass.
you can tell.
So he was like, okay, you're not all half bad. I'm the all father jokes.
Uh-huh.
So he sent her down to Nilfheim and the land of the dead and was like, you get your own little section where I'm going to send dead people and you are going to house them. You're going to take care of them when they get down there.
I'm going to be a landlord for the dead.
Yes. And
Do I get paid?
You get like a stipend, like you get points.
Okay.
Yeah, and for every 1,000 points is one Odin dollar,
All right. Oh.
and for every 100 Odin dollars is one God buck.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to save up those God bucks to get that PS4.
That's 11,000 God bucks.
Okay. Well, I'm really good at this game.
Yeah,
So it's fine.
So it was the land of the dead, but it was for not heroes. It was for the people that died of sickness or old age.
No, the people who weren't hit by spears.
Yes, the spearless people, and probably mostly poor people too, because they couldn't afford to have a spear guy come by the house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my spear guy come next week, and hit me up with a little Botox, hit me up with a little spear in the side of the head.
Probably a lot of the less fortunate berserkers too.
Oh
would
yeah,
assume.
yeah. The guys who just fell and ripped their dick off, and that's how they died. 'Cause
Yeah.
they had no armor. They just slid down a hill and bled to death out their dick.
Yeah. I have a lot of good visuals.
So yeah, she wasn't bad. It wasn't like a punishment. She took it, well, but she's like, okay, I guess I'll just fuck off. Whatever.
All right. So who's this last baby?
The last one. The last monster baby.
Was this one in the movie? Was it the big fire guy?
Who the fuck is a fire guy?
In the
Ragnarok?
in Thor Ragnarok, there was the big fire guy that started out the beginning of the movie, and then Hela and him fought each other on Asgard, and it blew up the whole place.
Hela?
Yeah.
Oh, is that supposed to be like hell?
Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't do that.
Okay.
She doesn't ever come up and start any shit. She's definitely not Kate Capshaw. If anything, she's Aubrey Plaza.
Kate Capshaw.
Oh, shit. Kate Blanchett.
Yeah.
Kate Capshaw. Steven Spielberg's wife did not. So don't even cast her as that woman in your head.
That's true.
No, it's more Aubrey Plaza.
Uh-huh.
Or Wednesday Addams, even.
Okay.
But like a half rotting face.
Close enough.
You can get there.
Yeah.
So the last monster baby was not a fire guy, but a wolf called Fenrir.
Oh. Yeah.
Yes. He was raised by the Aesir for a time. But they decided that when the pup wouldn't stop growing, like Clifford, the big red dog, they were like, we're kind of freaked out by him. He's big. He has this nonstop appetite like his daddy. And he's like a big scary wolf. What the fuck are we supposed to do with this shit? So they were like, hey, we're kind of mean. Let's trick him into getting tied up forever.
Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah, it's really mean. So they decided to challenge his vanity because he's like, I'm big, I'm strong. Yeah. So they're like, hey, Finrear, can
What?
we have these chains, these like silly little iron chains,
Yeah.
but you're like so strong. And I think it would just be like so crazy cool to see if these chains could hold you or if you could break out of them.
Ah, man, what sort of fool do you think I am? I could break out of those chains regardless of how big and strong they were.
So is that a yes?
Yeah, man, put them on me.
So they did. They put these shackles, these fetters made of iron on Finrear the wolf. And he was just like, you dumb bitches. Look at that. That was easy. And they were like, golf clap. Wow. That was amazing. And secretly they were like, oh, what the fuck are we going to do about this shit?
Yeah.
So they tried again. And, they were hurt because he laughed at them. And they were like, hey, let's challenge you to your strength again, and let's do this a second time. What do you think? And so they forged fetters that were doubled in strength and told him, like, you're going to be so fucking famous if you put these on. People are going to know your name for the rest of time.
What kind of fool do you think I am? Put them on.
And he was like, whatever. Yeah, you iron, double strength iron, fucking bitches. And instantly broke out of him again and laughed at all of them. It's like, cool, thanks. I guess I'm famous now. Bye. Anyway, keep feeding me.
Signed with a paw print autograph on a headshot as he left.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he had his Ray-Bans on and he had a big ego. So then the gods were like, we need to talk to our maggot friends, the dwarves, who are the best blacksmiths around. We need to be like, guys, make some shit. So they went up to a dwarf named Skeenir.
Hello, I'm Skeenir.
And they're like, hey, can you make us something that binds a wolf?
Oh,
like the great wolf, a giant fucking house-sized wolf.
What would that even be? Like a sword or a shield?
No, like a chain, like something that binds him.
Something that binds a wolf, like a hat, or a like. What do you want me to make? Just say it. Just say it. Just say the word.
Basically, show us what. What's that back there? That smooth ribbon stuff.
Smooth ribbon stuff. Oh, yeah. You're talking about Fadinkadink.
It's a magical ribbon that you made.
Magical ribbon, yeah.
And then he told them it was made out of what?
It's made out of fish eyes.
So fucking close. This material, this silky ribbon-like material that Skimir created, was made of a moving cat, a woman's beard, a fish's breath, a bird's spit, among many other things.
Yeah, I collected a whole bunch of weird shit and I turned it into a fancy ribbon. So the gods took this weird fucking ribbon of bird spit and moving cats. I see like everything else okay, but what? Moving cats? Moving cats. Okay. And they challenged the great wolf again. And he said, I do not think I will gain much of a reputation by breaking such a thin ribbon. And if this band is made by magical art, then, thin as it is, it isn't going around my legs. But then he was like, oh, they fucking said I could be famous, like super famous. And I care about that. It matters to me. I act like, it's not a big deal. I want to fly under the radar, but like, the approval matters. I count my likes on Instagram. So on second thought, he said, what kind of fool do you think I am? What kind of fool do you think I am? If I cannot free myself, I will have to wait a very long time before you free me. But lest you think I am a coward, I will take part in this game if one of you will put your hand in my mouth. Oh. So he realizes like, there's some trickery here.
there's some backstabbing shit. But yeah, you want to prove that it's okay? Then how about one of y'all put your tiny little god hand in my big fucking wolf mouth?
So which one did it?
So all the gods are like, oh fuck no, oh no, no. And then one of the gods of war, who is actually very wise and not like an asshole at all. His name is
this Teus?
Tyr.
Oh.
Tyr. Tyr.
Where did I get this name Tius?
Tius. Huh.
I need to look that up.
Yeah. So Tyr, the god of war, who actually he used to feed Finir. So he would like throw giant things of meat in his mouth, and the wolf would gobble it up, bones and everything. And that's when they started being like freaked out by the wolf. Like, he's eating full cows. What the fuck? Like not even chewing. Oh my god. So he volunteered because he knew like, hey, this needs to be done. And they strongly believed like this ribbon was going to work, but he made this sacrifice anyway. So he put his hand in the great wolf's mouth, and they tied him up to the ribbon, the magical cat ribbon. And Fenrir started to struggle, and the more he struggled to break free, the tighter the binds latched to him, and the like more secure he was in his trappings. And so he bit off Tyr's hand, and then he became just a one-handed warrior.
Okay.
And then to be like, also really fuck you, they stabbed a giant sword through Fenrir's mouth. It's like his snout shut.
Oh, wow.
So he couldn't even talk. So they were.
But he was so eloquent.
I know, they were so mean to him. And that's where he remained tied until he was freed for Ragnarok.
Wow.
The end of times. But don't you think that by and these three will have a giant part to play in Ragnarok? Did you think they kind of created their own fate here a little bit by mistreating these cute little wolves and cute little giant wolves?
I think that they did. Yeah, I think they sort of Oedipus themselves by creating their own fate by being cruel, and probably with Hel like giving her own space, but you know. Yeah.
So and I think she does fight on Loki and her sibling's side in Ragnarok, but you know, she's just like, hey, how you doing down there? You feel better since you died from the flu?
I do.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, so Teus is a corruption of Tyr and Old English two, and then he is who we get Tuesday from. So
Teus is Tuesday.
Yeah.
From the guy I was just talking about.
Yeah. Tyr. Yeah.
Tyr.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, great. Welcome to my dwarven place of shackles. I'm Skinnier, and I want to show you my inventory today. What are you looking for?
Oh, I'm looking for something that can bind my children.
Bind your children?
Yeah.
Oh, well, what you're going to want is this little backpack leash combination thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I should be more clear. I had children with a fusion of an island giant bear.
Oh.
And so my children are horrible and cannot be contained.
Okay, so I'm going to give you this long candy licorice, and it will hold...
Candy licorice, you say?
And it will hold your children down into, you could tie it up against a volcano, and it's very strong. It will never melt. It's made from a baby's fart.
Okay.
A librarian's scream.
Keep it going. I like where it's going.
A dog's leftovers.
All right. Is a moving dog's leftovers?
No, a
still dog.
A dog rolling down a hill with Chinese food leftovers.
All right. There's better be something else real good in there.
And the hair of a monkey's grandpa.
Is it gluten free? Because all my children are celiac.
It's gluten full.
Oh, gluten full. Oh,
Yes.
that'll really hold them up.
Yeah, to hold them down, and they will be just complaining about their stomach issues, so they can't break free of the licorice tied to the volcano.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Oh, wait!
What?
I also have this jump rope made out of a vampire semen.
Vampire semen. Good. Good start.
a star's regrets.
Stars regrets.
Like a Cosmos stars, not a movie star.
Okay.
Because they have a lot of regrets.
Huh.
A video games love.
The love of a video game.
Yeah, when it loves another video game and then it makes a sequel.
Oh, so not the
with a
love you feel
crossover.
for a video game.
No,
Because
no,
that'd just
no.
be ridiculous.
No, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
And a tooth, a tooth sword.
A tooth sword.
Yes.
Oh, you could have gotten that from me. I have so many.
Yeah, I know. That's I plucked one off and boom, here's a jump rope.
All right, I'll take that. That
Yeah.
just sounds like fun. I don't.
Yeah.
I've forgotten why I came in.
And you can pay me in tickles.
Bum, 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 bum.
Well, guys, thank you so much. Paul, what did you learn today?
I didn't know that the giant snake around the world was a child of Loki. I didn't know that Fenrir was a child of Loki. And I didn't know that you would talk about Fenrir because I'm familiar with a little bit with Fenrir.
What the fuck did you know?
Only that he was a wolf.
Are you thinking of the one from Dragon Age? That's Fenris, right?
The character from Dragon Age and the Dread Wolf that's Solus is in the games. Both of those were inspired by Fenrir.
Fenrir, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was a duo of twins in X-Men comics called the Fenris twins, and they had a strange power.
Damn. What is it?
I don't really
okay.
remember it. Strange and horrible. But yeah, I learned about that. I did not know about the Blood Brother thing. Yeah, I learned all about Loki.
Yeah, Loki Doki.
Yeah.
And what do you think you're gonna learn next time? What do you have any guesses for the next episode?
Man, I hope we learn about one of these lady goddesses.
Oh, you read my mind. It's gonna be one of them.
Is it gonna be one of them?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's great.
Yeah. It's gonna be me.
Is you? You're a Norse goddess?
I'm the one with the cats.
That's true.
The cat chariot. Guys, thank you so much for listening to our latest episode of Myth Understood. Please rate and review us on Apple iTunes. It helps people find us, and it makes our insides scream out with joy.
That's true. Please also continue to enjoy our exploits on Patreon if you are doing so, or if you plan on doing so. For those who are following along with the what childhood art will I be posting next, it is going to be a Greek hero that I drew as a child, inspired from when I was watching Hercules and Xena. And it is a Greek hero drawn in like the style as if he appeared on that show.
What?
Which Greek hero is this, Sarah?
Wait, Ares?
A Greek hero.
Oh, from Hercules.
No, he's not. He wasn't on the show, or maybe he was, but I drew him as if he had his own Saturday afternoon TV
Odysseus.
show. It was Odysseus, but I named him the Roman version, Ulysses.
Oh, okay.
And his arm is sticking out like it's Heiling Hitler in it because I only had so many poses to draw as a kid, and that apparently was one of them.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see that. Does he have six packs like Hera?
He does have a six pack, and I also spelled out his name in like swords and chains and things beneath.
Wow.
It. Yeah.
So creative.
Yeah. It sort of looks like his name is Utisses because I used a sword for the letter L, and it had a guard on it.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Utitties.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, check out all the stuff. We also have 5-minute mini myths for people, and all sorts of fun little tiers that you can unlock when you become a patron.
Or when you become a god of war.
Yes, which you all will.
One day.
Thank you so much. We love you. Oh, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at _myth_understood, or personally at the Sarah Oliver, or that thing at the Paul Bianchi. And smoochies to you.
If you are enjoying this podcast and other podcasts on the Dragon Wagon Radio Network, be sure to check out the Dragon Wagon Shop. Awesome t-shirts and mugs from your favorite shows so you can tout your podcast pride, all while supporting your favorite indie podcast network. And make sure to check it often for new items and limited time designs. So shop now at dragonwagonshop.com and get your dragon swag on.
It's Dragon Wagon.